Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So today we're going to go through and start making some ephemera for the altered book for the autumn pages. So I went through the book and I just made a note of, what kind of things that I needed and wanted. And I went through my stash of bits and bobs and I've pulled out some things that I think would work. I don't want lots of bulk. So I am, keeping that in mind. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to show you my idea for these little, one of them is going to be a journal card, I hope, if I can figure it out. The other two might be pockets of some kind. So what they are I've got our old National Trust cards. Obviously our membership has renewed, so we've got these. And if you pull the plastic off, you're left with this substrate on the back, which is ideal for, painting, watercolouring, things like that, I guess. Now, it's been a long time since I've done this, so fingers crossed it works out. So if I show you, you're just pulling back some of the layers. So you've got this, which is like the plasticky bit. It just comes right off. And then sometimes, you need to give this a little bit of a rub down to, release some of these fibres. And then on the other side, you just do the same thing. So just find where it ends. Like that. So it just peels right off, so we can get rid of those. And again, if we just might need to just do a little bit of tidying up, because sometimes you get left with like bits and bobs behind. So my idea for these are, I think I'm going to ink them. I believe you can watercolour these, but I'm going to stick with a neutral kind of a background and see what happens. So let's experiment together. Okay, so I think I will use Vintage Photo. So you've seen me do this a few times where I get some ink on some paper, squirt a bit of water, and we're just going to dab that in. And because of the surface that it is underneath these, it sort of sops it up quite nicely. Okay. That's one. I should have put out something to keep them on. Let's see if we can sop up these bits here. I don't have like a glass mat or anything, so I use good old paper to do the job. Ooh, just popping the water in the ink then. Kind of looks a little bit like bark. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Right, let's see if we can get, oops, the last one in this corner. I'm hoping I've got, yeah, I think you can just about see that, can't you? Of course, you could tea dye these, you could watercolour them. Lots of different things that you could do. Last bit. Okay, I think I'm happy with that one. Came out a little bit darker, that's fine. So get rid of that. So I'm just going to leave those to dry off to one side on top of some paper or something, and fingers crossed we'll have something to work with when they're dry. So just move those out of the way. Oops. Okay, so we'll come back to those. For now, I'm wondering whether to, I need to probably wipe my hands. For now, we're just going to move on to the different journal cards and things that I've got. So I'm not going to bother backing anything in this video because, you know, you don't need to see me back things onto book page or card or whatnot. But I thought I would just show you my ideas for what I'm going to use as the ephemera. So for this one, I have got a nice book page, which is going to go in the pocket this way, but I don't mind that. Nice tree image. This was a full book page, and I've just cut it down to size basically. And we're going to do something really simple with this one, where I would like, I think, to have a phrase or something just across there, just to give it a little something, and then I will stitch around them all when they're, you know, what's the word? When they're backed. I mean, really, any of these would work. They're the right sort of size and everything. So let us choose one of these. So I like Find Beauty Everywhere. I prefer that one to that one, so get rid of that. Kind of just like this. I think I like that one. I don't know if it's because it's inked or, you know, the length of the phrase, but it just, to me, it just felt like it went better. So I'm going to use it. And as I say, once we've added some stitching, that will give this a little something extra as well. So yeah, I'm not doing anything fancy with these ephemeras today, apart from, well, those ones we've just been inking. I really want everything to be, you know, flat, not too much bulk, and just, yeah, simplicity, I think, is key. So that one, I'm just going to back it, stitch around, and then that one is going to be ready for going inside. Don't think it needs anything else because the, you know, the book page is beautiful. Okie dokie, we've got these deers. This is going to go in one of the pockets, and once again I'm going to trim it up a bit better actually. That's not so good. I'm just going to get rid of the border. I think that would be easiest. Because I'll ink around it instead. Okay. Probably round the corners. So yeah, this video is not going to be anything particularly that interesting, I don't think. But I am intrigued as to how those cards go out. I just thought whilst they're drying we might as well do a few other bits and bobs. So I'm just going to ink around this and just see how I feel once it's inked. As I say, I do need to back these and stitch around them, which will add a little bit of something extra. Just toning down the white a little bit. There we go. And what I'm thinking is, very simply, it's a date label, or to have it down there. Let's go with that. I wonder how long those things will take to dry. I'm not sure. Not sure how long they'll take, but we'll see. Okay. Don't think that wants anything else doing. It's just to give it a little something, you know, some interest, I guess. Okay, so yeah, backing and stitched around will be next. So I've got this offcut. This is half of a sheet that I used for the side tuck that we did in the last video. I was thinking it would make quite a nice tag. So we want to just tidy it up a bit. And I am going to want to cover up the caterpillars. No offence to any caterpillars anywhere, but I'm not sure I want them in this journal. Just looking for my, I've got a template for cutting tag shapes. Let me just, okay, found it. It's just a business card that I've cut the corners on just to keep things nice and easy when you come to do your tags. As I say, it does need to be backed onto something. Okay, so that is what we've got so far. So I've got these deers, and I thought somehow I might be able to position them somewhere there. As I say, I do want to cover up the caterpillars, so I'm wondering whether we could get away with some autumn leaves or something. Whether these deers will look really tiny compared to these autumn leaves, I'm not sure. Have I got any others? I think I have a few in here. There's one. Let's see if we can, oops, make something work with these. So that's a possibility. Kind of wanted it to be, you know, in the background, which I don't think those will. This mushroom, which could help. And then we could potentially put some words down. Or a label. Yeah, I like that. I've also got tickets and things which I sometimes use in the back of collaging. As I say, I'm just trying to, no, I prefer the mushroom. What other words? Got a longer one. Nope. I'm thinking, excuse me, sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm thinking label. Now, that sticker worked pretty well, I think. I just want to have a little peek at whether we want any other labels or anything. Any different ones, I mean. I just think maybe that. Do we think the mushroom is in the background enough? I could always cut some more off of the tag if I want to, but I quite liked the size that it is. I'm just going to try it with the leaf again just to be sure. I know I definitely want the deer. I think the deer work really, really well. Okay, I think I just inked over it to see if that would help me make a decision. But I think I'm going to go with the leaf because we've got leaves here already, and I kind of feel like, you know, it goes with the trees and all the rest of it. I know it looks a little bit abstract with deers technically standing on top of leaves, but I feel like if you look beyond that, it looks more like it's in the background, which is what I wanted it to be. So let's get this glued down. I'm trying best to just, yeah, make things, I want to keep things simple and, you know, free from bulk and all the rest of it. But I also want to get more into the habit of, you know, using what we've got and not feeling the need to you know, use expensive things and just stuff like that. So using up this scrap of book page to make a tag, I just thought, you know, to me it makes sense to do it. And you know, if these don't work out for the altered book, then I'll use them elsewhere. But I think it will look good. It's one of those things where when you come on to do videos, you have a, you know, a vague idea of a plan, but you can't work out absolutely everything before hitting record. So I'm sorry if I seem a bit umming and ahhing, but and I will probably stitch around this this tag as well, which will give it just that little bit of something extra. Right, now I believe this is a sticker. Okay, and I'm just going to add some glue just to be sure. I don't think it needs it, but you never know. And that will just cover up that writing just there. And then when we do the stitching, that should probably cover up the writing behind. But the main thing is that we don't have any insects or caterpillars, which yeah, just not my cup of tea. And I'll probably have, you know, some fluff coming out of it and stuff. So maybe a bit abstract, that one, but I think that will work. Of course, I am thinking. I just want to see what it would be like if you were to add a phrase or something in the corner. No, I think it's fine. I can always add more to it later. I was just wondering whether it needed something. I don't really have any, like, I really wish I had some forest words. I haven't really got, you know, that type of a thing, but something that makes sense for the scene, which I'm not convinced I have anything. Ooh. Somewhere I've got among the trees and edge of the wood, taken from book page somewhere. There we go, there's among the trees. Just want to see if one of these phrases oh, I like that. I feel like it just finishes off that space a bit more. Well, I like both. I feel like among the trees just fitted a bit nicer. So let's just ink it and see. Oops. All fingers and thumbs today. Yeah, I've probably said that a million times because I'm fingers and thumbs every day. I'm just very clumsy. Okay, let's see. And then that way the leaf really does become just in the background then. How did I have it? Yeah, I think so. Let's go for it. All this to cover up some caterpillars. And there are, you know, you can make the simplest tags in the world. You don't have to do anything anything fancy. But the thought of being able to just use up the bits as you make them. So, you know, I cut a pocket from this book page and now I'm using the rest of it to make a tag. That's what all this stuff is all about, isn't it? Just the opportunity to do these. Use things up. Okay, there we are. I think that's finished that one off. And then, as I say, stitch around and give it some pizzazz at the top. Oops. This is another piece that I want for the journal. All I'm going to do is just trim it down to size a little bit better, and then I'm going to back it onto some tea-dyed paper and probably stitch around or do something, and then that's just going to go in a pocket. And then the last one, until these dry. Well, they're getting there, so we should be able to do everything today. Got an Edith Holden, which again, just want to round those corners. And I've purposefully gone with book pages that are sturdy because I don't want to back them onto anything thick. You know, like I don't want to use packaging or cereal box or anything. I just want to use some more sturdy book page or something. I don't want to do anything too bulky. And now I just have to decide on some labels. So I'm going to ink whilst I think. Okay, so I'm going to use another sticker. This one I'm sure about. I just need to decide between these two Tracy Fox labels. And I'm just going to pop some glue on this. Oops. Okay, somewhere there. Right, which label would we like? I like that one. I like that one. Thinking, I feel like this one goes better with this because of the dark border. But I think I actually prefer that one. And I couldn't possibly tell you why. Isn't that funny? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do nicely. So I have gone sort of, you know, science label type things in some cases because I don't mind that for some of them. I just don't want to go all in on that. You know, I want nice phrases. Kind of like we've done the pages, I guess. You know. And then, as I say, I will back it and stitch around. I just want to ink that whilst I've put it in front of me. Okay, nice and easy. So, how are we doing? These are quite dark. They've got kind of like a purple shimmer to them. Right, I'm going to grab the book page again because I'm thinking I'm going to, I've got some of this Cosmic Shimmer Spray in Copper Blaze, which I've been using for some things. And as we're experimenting, I just want to see what this would look like. Oop. And then any big droplets, I just dab them so that, you know, don't want great big splodges. And it's Copper Blaze, but it has like quite a shimmery undertone to it actually, which I'm hoping will pick up when it's dry. So I'm going to leave those to dry for a moment. Obviously I'll pause the camera, and then we'll come back and finish these off. Now I do need to remember one of these was supposed to be a journal card, so I probably just want to decorate the front a bit and then back it with something. So I'll hit pause whilst they dry and then we'll finish those off, and then that will be the ephemera done for the altered book. Because the only other thing that I made this on a Travel Tuesday like special extra type video, and I made this for one of the pockets, which is just a collage masterboard, needs backing, and I just put a sticker and I think they're otters, beavers, otters. I think they're otters, but they're in a tree, which is throwing me off a bit. But either way, I thought they looked quite woodlandy and all the rest of it. Right, I'll leave it there for now then. I'll hit pause, I'll wait for these to dry, and then I'll come back and we'll carry on. I think these are dry enough for working with now. So as I say, one of these I'm hoping will become a journal card, and two of them I think will be pockets, but I'm going to decorate them in a similar kind of a way, or they'll be sort of like little plates that I can put on pockets. So here's what I was thinking. I've got these cute animals and I'm hoping we might be able to use them. Something like that. And then I just got out a series of labels which we might want to use, just to give the background a little something. So let us see what we can come up with. Quite like that. I think the badger needs something a bit smaller. That looks good. Maybe. Yeah, I like that as well. Not that. So one of these three. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. Also got this calligraphy sticker. So I like both of those. I'm wondering whether it wants something else. Let's have a look. So, and the hedgehog, I like him in the middle, but I think I'm going to put some book page or something behind him. The other two I like in the corner. So the question is, do I have any more of those little number stickers, or, you know, something of that nature? Okay, I found Into a Wood, which I think would work something like that. And then I was just looking at the squirrel, and then I felt like it needed more to match the badger. So then I found the phrase Edge of the Wood, which I think I picked out earlier. I'm wondering whether something with it would look good. And then for the hedgehog, I'm going to try and see what it will look like on top of book page. Because, as I say, I like him in the middle. So let's just see what happens. So I've just got some book page out of my scraps, nothing special. I was just looking for text that was continuous. So, you know, like a big block of text. So, let's see what we think to that. I don't know if it's too sort of matted, isn't it? Just going to try it without the ruler, see if that makes a difference. Better. Still missing something though, isn't it? Getting there. Something in this corner. It could be a word. Could be a word. Also got little numbers. Could be a label. Numbers are not working. Needs to be, if it's going to be a label, it needs to be small. I think. Oh, I'm going to have to find another word, aren't I? Yeah, give me a second, sorry. How about rustling leaves? Because the hedgehog will rustle the leaves as it wanders along. Shall we give these a go? So let's do the, oh no, let's do the badger first. I don't know why that was, I don't know, felt like a little bit of a slog today. I think it's just because I'm tired. I have done, this will be my 4th video today, which is pushing it a bit. Normally I only try to do 2 or 3, but it's just because, you know, we were so close to having all this stuff finished that I just thought I don't want to just sit on everything for a week or something and not do anything, you know. So let's get this label on. Oops. So the way that I would use these is, I think they're all going to become pockets because they've come out a little bit chunkier than what I wanted. Now I had initially wanted one of these to be the little piece of card that goes in the tuck spot, the Love Nature tuck spot. I don't know if you'll remember from the last video. But as I say, these are a little bit chunkier, so these will be pockets rather than cards. So what I'll do is I'll just make up a small card that will go in the tuck spot out of something else. Some scrapbook paper or something. I'm sure there's something. I want it to be quite neutral to go in with the page, but I will show you what I mean. I'll do that another day because I am getting a bit tired now. But I will tack on that to the end of this video so that you know, you don't have to wait for that for any reason. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I mean, these could be little pockets in themselves, or what I would most likely do is pop them onto a scrapbook paper that's got a gusseted pocket, but these will probably come up again in my forest woodland projects that I'm doing next month. So if you are interested in how I'm going to use these, then look out for that. As I say, I was originally trying to make something for the altered book, but the way that they've come out, they are just a little bit chunkier than what I had thought. So this really is just a bonus for you to see where my mind goes sometimes. But I think they look really cool, and you know, a great way to use up those cards, National Trust cards, that I would just, they are recyclable, so I would have put them in the recycling, but this is, well, I would say this is a better way of recycling them than just putting them in the recycling. Right, let's get this little squirrel on. So yeah, I think Natasha from Treasure Books originally did a video on clothing tags where she was doing something like this, where she you know, had pulled apart plastic and things. There's all kinds of different cards, membership cards, or sometimes clothing tags. If they're, you'll be able to see if they've got really thick layers and a plastic outer layer, then see if you can peel the layers up like what I showed you in the beginning, and yeah, you might be pleasantly surprised at what you can make with them. Right, now I know I definitely want of the wood there. I don't know if I just want to join them together. I tore these down for something else, I think, which is why they're broken. I think that would be fine. Let's do that. And then that label just becomes part of the background, which is kind of what I wanted. I can really feel that sun blazing through the window. To shut the blind. Okay, that's that one. And then last one, which the only reason I added the extra layers is because he was the hedgehog was going in the middle as opposed to off to one side. So I felt like it just, yeah, needed something. But yeah, these are going to look really, really fun in my woodland projects, which I am planning on doing some next month, October. But you know, I am planning on doing woodlands and stuff every year. So if we don't get a chance to use these this year, then they'll just go into stash for next year. Sorry, just throw in my book page every which way. Right, that's this was part of the background, wasn't it? This sticker. I tell you, having that tray of bits to the side of me has been such a good idea. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? You know, when it comes to embellishing. Yes, of course it's going to be helpful to have bits in front of you, but just taking the time to prepare that tray, it takes time to do those kinds of things, but it was well worth doing. And what I've learned from doing these projects recently is how I think I want to make sure that when I am planning in projects, I'm not just doing a theme once and that be it. I want to make sure that I am, you know, doing a theme for a full month and trying to make multiple things with it. Otherwise, it can be, you know, sort of, well, I guess it's a better use of time, I think. Now, annoyingly, I went slightly off with that sticker, so I do feel like it's not quite right. I mean, actually, to be fair, that number doesn't look too weird just there. I don't know, I'm sure I've got like a little, maybe a little acorn or something in the corner. Oh, I've got little mushrooms somewhere. That one's a bit too big. I might just pop that there. I think it just I've just got these little I think I preferred the number. I don't know if it's too random. It's like a playing card. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I might have to leave it and come back because it's just where the hedgehog piece and the sticker finish in the exact same place. It's you know, not quite what I wanted, but I don't think the mushroom is right either. I might put that number 5 there, or I might put like a little leaf or something, but I'm not going to do that right now because I have a feeling this video is, as per usual, quite long. So I will leave it there for now. I will keep playing with that. So here we go. This is how these little these little pocket embellishment things came out. Can you see those? And then what else did we do? Have that. We have this for collaging. Yep. We've got this, and we did this as well, and then we did this the other day. Those are all to go in the altered book as well. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if this video was interesting to see or not, but it was things that needed to be done, and a couple of you did ask to see the ephemera, you know, when I came to do it. So this is what we're working with. I need to figure out what card I'm going to put in. So what I'll do is I'm going to stop crafting now in real life, but I'll join on a video at the end of this, which will be me showing you these inside the altered book, and I'll confirm which card becomes a journal card, if any. I mean, that's quite strong, so you could write on the back of that. I would just want to back it onto something, so maybe. Okay, let me pause. I'll come back. Okay, I've just made this, just about the same sort of size, maybe slightly bigger. I really liked them in there, but they were just, yeah, a bit too chunky. So we're just going to have that and space to write on the back. So just as I say, it was only supposed to be a little card. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, these will definitely be pockets or something. Obviously I still need to back these and stitch around, but I'll just show you. I have that one in there. I really like, you can see the edging just down there. Looks so different with pockets in. This one is for in the back here, and then I'm just going to put some note paper in the front. So something like that. So yeah, just a bit of note paper. We've got the fox, which all I was going to do is use some labels. I completely forgot about showing you that. Yeah, I had a couple of labels, but I think I need to print some more out because we probably started to use them. But essentially I'm just going to have, yeah, there was a field notes label which I think I used. So yeah, one like this but field notes, and I'm just going to have them two sticking out like that. So that's for that one. And then for in here, we've got this tag, which will go in there, and you can just see the nice peeping out. Where's that? Hang on. There we go. I've got this, which I've just backed with tea-dyed paper, and I just need to stitch around it, as per everything. So I'm hoping that fits in. Yep. And we have the deer. So I thought colours wise, I really liked the oranges for this page. And we've got this to go in here, because again, this sort of went with the colours. So I might change my mind, you know, over time, but I think that's what we're having. I did want to find a way to use this somewhere, didn't I? But I might actually have that behind, so that when you pull the things out of the pocket you see that, because I do really like that on there. So it's already inked because we did that before, so oops, I'm just going to go ahead and stick it down. And that is your lot. I'm so sorry if the video was a bit higgledy-piggledy. It's because I was umming and ahhing and making up my mind as I went along, but I really just wanted to get those bits done today. So we'll have that there, and then when you pull the things out of the pockets, you'll be able to see it. And I'll just move it over, actually. It's not too late. No, that glue is very good. I was going to move it over, but it's fine. Yeah, I like that. It's a shame you don't see it when the stuff is in the pockets, but have the deer peeking out maybe, something like that. And that's that. That is everything, isn't it? Yeah. And this one didn't have any tuck spots or anything. So there you go. That is some ephemera made and into the book. And then these are little bonuses, which, yeah, I had fun. I had fun making them all. Hopefully you could see all that. Right, I will say goodbye then. Thanks ever so much for joining me, and we'll speak soon. Bye bye for now.